What's good, everybody? I'm BPC and welcome to Competitive Origins MMA. Well, Dominick Reyes is set to make his return to the octagon after suffering 2 straight losses in UFC light heavyweight championship fights. The first being against the champion at that time, Jon Bones Jones, in which a lot of people feel Reyes actually won that fight, including Dominick Reyes. Well, Jones vacated his title after that bout, and he got a second crack to win gold against Jan Blachowicz. But it wasn't his night because Jan Blachowicz was able to score a knockout victory. Well, he wants to get back into title contention, and he's going to have to beat who's ever put in front of him, and therefore he's going to have to go through Jiri Prochazk. Now, the fight is set to take place at UFC Vegas 20, but this has been canceled. Unfortunately, they haven't disclosed a reason yet as to why the fight has been canceled, but Jiri did wish Dominick a quick recovery. Now, the whole card isn't going to be canceled, though, because the UFC is going to do a little bit of reshuffling. Apparently, they're going to take Jairzinho Rozenstruick and put him off against Ciryl Gane. Now, this is now going to be the main event for this February 27th card. Now, it's being advertised as a 5-round bout, but with all the power that these two individuals possess, that is subject to change. But one thing that isn't subject to change is the fact that Competitive Origins MMA is pumping out content on a daily basis. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you can be notified daily, and knock out the like button on this video. Now, the 32-year-old number 3 ranked heavyweight is a betting underdog, actually, which is quite surprising considering he has a victory over a former champion in Andrei Arlovski. You know, he's beaten Alistair Overeem, and he's beaten another former champion via second round TKO, Junior Dos Santos, in his last fight. Now, what's even more surprising is that he's an even bigger underdog than he was against Francis Ngannou. Now, I get it, Ciryl looks pretty good, but I don't think he's at the level of Francis Ngannou when he faced off against Rozenstruick. So that's quite surprising. So you may want to put a little bit of money on Rozenstruick if you're feeling, lucky. Now, Rozenstruick obviously has a tough competitor, facing him. Ciryl Gane is 30 years old. He's the number 7th ranked, fighter in the heavyweight division, and he also scored a second round victory over Junior Dos Santos via TKO. No, guys, this isn't deja vu. Both individuals have scored TKO victories over JDS in the second round. The only difference, though, is that Gane, there's a little bit of controversy surrounding the fight because he threw an elbow, at the side of his head, but the elbow actually connected with the back of JDS's head, and thus, giving him the TKO. Now, obviously, JDS disputed the decision, and I saw it myself. I think that it should have been ruled a no contest, or they should have gave JDS enough time to recover to continue on with the fight. But as it stands, they ruled it in favor of Ciryl Gane, and he has the victory. Now, as far as this whole fight is concerned, I think, for marketability reasons, the UFC is trying to put Ciryl over, Rozenstruick. They see his physical stature. He's 6'4". He has this Hulk-like figure, like Francis Ngannou, who's also 6'4" with a Hulk-like figure, But unfortunately, Francis Ngannou is tied up in a championship title fight against Stipe Miocic. So if Stipe were to beat Francis, I think they're going to set up a Francis versus Ciryl Gane fight right away, But if Stipe were to get that victory, if Francis were to get that victory, he's going off to fight Jon Jones, and then, Cyryl's probably going to have to wait on the sidelines or fight somebody in the meantime. Now, if we flip it around, though, and Rozenstruick were to get that victory, I think this is going to put him in title contention very quickly. I don't think they're going to line him up with Francis Ngannou yet. I think what they would do is, say Francis lost against Stipe. I don't think they would just have that matchup. I think Rozenstruick would probably get a bout against the Black Beast, and then they would have, the winner of that go face off against the champion. Or maybe Rozenstruick just sits on the outside and waits until Jon Jones gets his crack at the championship title, and then Rozenstruick will go ahead and face the winner of that fight. That's how I kind of see it if Rozenstruick were to get the win. And like I said, if Gane were to get the victory, I see him facing off against Francis, next, depending if it's Francis after the Stipe fight or Francis after the Jones fight. Now, go to the comment section below and let me know how you see the trajectory of these two fighters going if they were to get their victory, and let me know who do you think is actually going to win this fight between Ciryl and Rozenstruick. Go to competitiveorigins.com, type in promo code MMA69 so you can get 10% off this Competitive Origins Get It Done t-shirt. Thank you for tuning in today, guys. I'm BPC, and remember, you've been competing since conception, whether you're competing against yourself or others. Competitive Origins.